Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I'm back at the beach. It's always good to go away and it's always good to come back home and sleep in your own bed and get some vitamin D. I just got some sun here a little while ago. It's been a pretty day. Not crazy overly sunny, but enough to get my vitamin D in. And I'm about to go to the gym, so I thought a video in between would be good. I'm just kind of taking my time to cool down a little bit before I go to the gym. It actually occurred to me the other day, time just goes by. You younger people, you probably get tired of hearing old people say that, but the older you get, the quicker it gets going by. And the other day I was just realizing, like, wow, we're a third of the way already, more now. But as of May 1st, we are already a third of the way through the year. Where did that time go? It seems like just the other day we were talking about holidays and Christmas and all that kind of stuff. And the dreaded New Year's resolution. So that's why I was thinking, okay, after 4 months, time to do a little check-in, time to be real with yourself. And anything here, this is just for you to evaluate yourself. Ain't for me to evaluate you, ain't for you to evaluate somebody else, just for you to evaluate you, me to evaluate me. I've seen cases of both success and failure this year. I've seen people, that had a plan, said what they wanted to do, right around that time when people usually do that, around the time of the dreaded New Year's resolutions. Well, I see people that are making great strides, making great improvements, and I see some of the same old faces that I've noticed, that I've kind of been associated with for 2 or 3 years that are kind of, not faring so well. So, I want to break this down in smaller pieces. I just kind of want to show you a little something here. Depending on what your goals were, if you started back at the first of the year. I'm not saying you started, this could be for anybody, A lot of times we all tend to do that. I make fun a little bit of the New Year's resolutions, but even come that time of year, I have objectives and things in my head, things I want to work on, things I want to accomplish. So, some people, let's say a big one is losing weight. So let's go at losing weight first. Let me just give you a little idea here, and it's all about steady wins the race. It's not about like doing all these like big numbers. When I used to be in the groups, and I was in the groups all the time, people would always be talking about their weight loss, and they'd almost be, and it would bother me when people were disappointed because they just didn't have huge numbers. Like I've seen people lose 4 pounds, 5 pounds in a week and not be satisfied because it just wasn't, they wanted to see this huge amount of weight coming off. All right, well, let's think of it like this. Let's say that for the first 4 months of this year that you had lost, say, assuming that weight loss was your goal, that you had lost a very reasonable, a very easy, not that hard to do, 2 pounds a week. Okay, we'll say 8 pounds a month. 4 months, that's 32 pounds. 32 pounds that you were down, that you could be down at just a rate of 2 pounds a week. Now we could bump that up. I was thinking, okay, like 10 pounds just to make it a round number. 10 pounds isn't that much to lose in a month. A lot of people have lost 10 pounds in a month, and that's a pretty nice steady rate, especially for people that have a lot of weight to lose. When you have a lot of weight to lose, I would say 10 pounds a month is not that drastic at all. When you start getting down closer to your goal weight, you could tend to eat into your muscle a little bit. But anyway, well, we won't get into that. 10 pounds a month, that's a very doable thing. You'd be down 40 pounds already. Not to fret, because let's think, there's 4 months gone. That means there's 8 months left in the year. That means you could knock out 80 pounds. 80 pounds once you got to that whole big number is a big thing. But 10 pounds a month, 2.2 or something pounds a week along the way is not a big thing. So you see what I'm getting at. It's all about moving forward little by little by little by little. Same thing. Let's say you came into this, let's say first of the year, whatever, just for argument's sake, you came into this thing a total beginner to coming from a standard American diet. I would say in 4 months, if you had yourself a plan, you could have pretty much taken yourself from standard American diet to a very high raw vegan lifestyle. If high raw, all raw is what you're shooting for. You take about a month, month and a half to get rid of the animal products. You know, maybe by the end of 2 months, you've gotten rid of the animal products and the processed food. You're getting closer and closer and closer. A lot can be done in 4 months, which only means, just like I said with the weight loss thing, a lot more can be done in 8 months. So instead of, you know, as you're evaluating yourself here and being real with yourself, be real with yourself. You ain't got to be real with me. You don't have to be real with your friends. But when you look in that mirror, there's a mirror over there. When you look in that mirror and you're talking to yourself, don't fool yourself. Don't make excuses for yourself. Don't say, well, because it was because of this. No, it was because you didn't do it. You didn't stick to your plan, if you had a plan in the first place. So for the next, you've got 8 months left in this year. Who are you going to be? Are you going to be that person again that's all gung-ho, Susie, Johnny Sunshine, that at the end of the year you're going to be all ready for the New Year's resolutions again, and you just start the cycle over and over and over and over? Hey, I don't know, I want to always encourage people to never give up, but it just gets a little frustrating when you just see that same pattern just over and over and over and over. You get around to New Year's every year, and those same you know, goals, resolutions, whatever, it just kind of becomes lip service, and it just kind of keeps going round and round. So let's just make this a little quick. Into the first third of the year. I could have waited and done halfway, but we might do that again too. But if you're not getting the results you want, take hold of yourself. Figure it out. And one last little thing that you're not going to want to hear. I kind of keep trying to say this. It's about just grinding it out, doing the work, making a plan. There's nothing sexy about it. It's not like one day. You've got to do the work. You've got to learn how to eat like this. You've got to let your body detox from all the garbage you've put in it before. And you've got to take the time to let your body, your mouth, your palate, the flavors, everything sink in, and this become a natural lifestyle for you. But it's up to you. Only you can do it for you. You're the only one that can do it. I hear people saying all the time about, you know, Tanny Raw does this, and Tanny said that in a video just recently, and it resonated a lot. She can't do anything for you. There's nothing she can do for you. She can help you, and she can share a lot of information, but you've got to do it for yourself, and you've got to want to do this thing. So anyhow, let's just call that our 2016 wake up. And it's still plenty of time. If you're not where you want to be, there's plenty of time to save this year. There's plenty of time to get a lot out of this year. And let's all be happy and healthy, and where we want to be when we get to the end of 2016. Anyhow, just my 2 cents first. Hope you guys are having a good start to the week. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe, and love each and every one of you. Peace.